How's it going, you sexy beasts? We're stepping back into the world of Sanctuary today to talk about the best way to farm legendaries running Nephalem Rifts. What are these rifts, you might ask? Well, they're the new endgame that Blizzard has brought to the table with Reaper of Souls. These rifts are completely separated from the standard game world and are completely generated at random. That means you can have a tile set from Act 1 and be fighting a combination of enemies from both Acts 2 and 5. Nephalem Rifts come filled to the brim with a much higher rare and elite mob density compared to normal story mode or when you're out completing bounties. The sheer number of enemies combined with the increased legendary item drop rate makes Nephalem Rifts the go-to place once your character can handle Torment difficulty. If your character isn't quite ready to step in Torment 1, then you can follow my fast gearing guide through the use of bounties to help prepare yourself for Torment 1. This video in particular will talk about nearly everything you'll need to know to tear up Nephalem Rifts in the best manner possible while earning you plenty of legendary items. First of all, if you've been doing bounties on the normal difficulty, you should have a sizable stack of Rift's Keystone Fragments. These are awarded to you after completing a bounty or opening a Herodric cache and are essential for opening a Nephalem Rift. You'll need at least 5 Keystone Fragments in order to open a rift via the Nephalem Obelisk, which can be found in the town hub of each act. Upon interacting with the obelisk, you'll crack open a portal to a Nephalem Rift. Once you've stepped into the first level of randomly generated rift, you'll be presented with a bar to the far right of your screen, which will represent the progress you've made in summoning a Rift Guardian. As you've slain more and more enemies within the rift, the bar will progress. At 100% completion, or about 500 enemies slain, a Rift Guardian will spawn. The Rift Guardians are a preset boss with added abilities, health, and damage. These can range from buffed up standard mobs such as Blood Maw or the Stone Zinger, all the way to advanced bosses such as the Binder, which is just Sadea from Act 3, but renamed. These Guardians have their own unique skill set and will typically enrage once reaching 25% health, in which they will begin to cast more potent abilities, deal more damage, or attack more frequently. Once the Rift Guardian is slain, they will drop anywhere between 20 to 80 Bloodshards, all depending on difficulty. These Bloodshards can be used to quickly find an upgrade for one of your weaker item slots, or to get a lot of gold or veiled crystals. In order to spend these shards, you can visit Kadala, the Bloodshard vendor, in any main town hub. From her, you can use the shards to gamble for an item slot. These range from 5 blood shards per core piece of armor, such as chest, helms, or shoulders, 15 shards for weapons, 5 shards for offhands, 10 shards for rings, and 20 shards for amulets. Since weapons and amulets are the most expensive, it's recommended to gamble on your core item pieces first, unless your weakest item is indeed an amulet or a weapon. Gambling with blood shards can be very rewarding or very demoralizing. Typically, you'll receive plenty of rare items which you can then proceed to vendor or salvage. But there is the off chance that you'll get a legendary item too. The legendary items that Kadala can hand out are nearly every single legendary in the game, save for Torment-specific items, set pieces, or class-specific sets. This means that you can potentially get a Witching Hour belt from Kadala, but you will be unable to loot a Tal Rasha or Raykor's Will set piece. While clearing out a Nephalem Rift, you'll encounter pylons, which are much like the standard shrines found in the normal levels of the game, but compact with much more potent buffs. These pylons include the Channeling Pylon, which removes resource costs of spells and lowers the cooldowns of spells by 75%. The Conduit Pylon causes your character to arc electricity off of everything nearby, which will destroy destructible objects and kill most monsters instantly. The Shield Pylon gives you complete invulnerability to damage, as well as debuffs. The Speed Pylon greatly increases your movement speed, and lastly the Power Pylon increases all damage you deal by 400%, effectively giving you 5 times your normal damage. All these effects only last for 30 seconds and cannot be increased by the Gloves of Worship effect. They can, however, be used in conjunction with the Nemesis Bracers to spawn a champion to net you even more loot. How do we determine what the best difficulty is for us? Well, here's some arbitrary numbers. For Torment 1, I recommend about 400,000 damage per second listed on your character sheet, about 350,000 life, 75% damage mitigation through armor if you're a melee class, or about 900 resist all if you're an intelligence class, and about 7,000 healing per second. Typically, the healing would best come from life regeneration per second or life on hit affixes. If you're running, say, a wizard class and only have 300,000 sheet damage per second, but have plenty of added elemental damage from your items, you should be fine. You'll spend a lot of time on the first level of Torment difficulty, since it's obviously the beginner difficulty to end game, but also due to the fact that it is the first tier to start dropping Torment only legendaries, such as the new class specific sets. You'll need a lot more gear in order to step up into the higher Torment difficulties while still slaying enemies in a efficient manner. In order to stay efficient, you should be able to clear a Torment I Nephalem Rift and slay its Rift Guardian within 10 to 15 minutes. Anything more and you should probably lower the difficulty. Anything less and you might be ready to graduate to a higher Torment difficulty. Remember to always keep your character at maximum movement speed, which is 25%. Getting some good boots with a 10 to 15% bonus movement speed is crucial, in which you can make up the remainder with your Paragon points. There you have it, you sexy beasts, everything you need to know about Nephalem Rifts. Have any other questions regarding them? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful or informative, please give it a big ass thumbs up. If not, thumbs it down and let me know what I can improve upon. Want to see more videos like these? Then go ahead and subscribe. It's free.